Anyone got the lighter?
Will the lighter do?
No, lighter is fine. Lighter is fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lighter take out for them, lighter on there, lighter. ஓம் நெஞ்ச கனகல்லும் நிகின்ற உருக தஞ்சத்தருள் சண்முகனக்கியல் செய் சென்சோர் பொறை மாலை சிறந்திரவி பஞ்சக்கரி யானை பாதம் பணிமாம் வக்ககுண்டமா காயி சூரிய கோட்டி சமப்பிரபாணி விக்ரம் குருமே தேவோ சர்வகாரியேஷு சர்வதா பிரகிருதம். ஓம் சிவாய நமஹ, ஈசாய நமஹ, சங்கராய நமஹ, ஒளியே நமஹ, ஏகநாதாய நமஹ, அணிகநாதாய நமஹ, புள்ளித்தோர் ஒளியாய நமஹ, ஈசனின் நமஹ, சிவகாமி நேசனி நமஹ, இணை என்ற தில்லைவாழ் நடராசனி நமஹ. ஓம் நமச்சிவாய வாழ்க, நாதன் தாழ் வாழ்க, இமை பொருதம் என் நெஞ்சல் நீங்காதான் தாழ்வார்க, கோகரியாண்ட குரு மனிதன் தாழ்வார்க, ஆகமம் ஆகி நின்றான் நிப்பான் தாழ்வார்க. நமச்சிவாய பிரமாணி எங்களை பிறந்துவிட்ட காலம் சென்ற மோஹம்பரி கணேஷ் நாயக்கர் அவருடைய ஆத்மாவன கதியம் சாந்தியம் அறிந்து உங்களுடைய பாதாரவிந்தத்தில் சேரும்படியாக இப்பொழுதும் இந்த மரண பிரார்த்தனைக்காக நமச்சிவாய பிரமாணி இந்த உடலுக்கு கதவை துற. ஓம் ஹரிச்சந்திராயி நமஹ, இந்த உடலுக்கு கதவை துற. ஓம் மா சக்தி மாதேவி மா காளி தேவி தாயி, ஓம் இந்த உடலுக்கு கதவை துற. ஹரி ஓம் சாந்தி சாந்தி சாந்தயி. பூர்ணமதம் பூர்ணமிதம் பூர்ணாத் பூர்ணம் முடச்சதி, பூர்ணஸ்ய பூர்ணமாதாயி பூர்ணம் ஈவாய் வசிஷதி. ஹரி ஓம் சாந்தி சாந்தி சாந்தயி. All better.
Hi.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and children any, and I hope the Bari and Sabah are watching. This is for you as well. We gathered here today to bid farewell to M.G. Naiker, known as Mohambry to all of us. Full name, Mohambry Ganas Naiker. Husband of Krishni, father of Ben, father-in-law of Roshni, grandfather of Bari and Sabah, and he was also the son of the late Ganas Naiker, well-known figure in our religious circles, and his late wife also, Neela Naiker. Mohambry was the brother of Kenny, P.G. Naiker, and Denny, S.G. Naiker, both of them also late. Mohambry was 79 years old and would have celebrated his 80th birthday on the 10th of November in about a week from today. The Naiker family would like to sincerely thank all of you for making your presence here today. And I want to wish welcome all of you wonderful friends, relatives, very close cousins, colleagues of the teaching fraternity, members of the various community organizations to which he belonged, and the numerous sporting bodies. He was a great sportsman, not forgetting all of his bosom buddies. The list alone bears testimony to the fact that his popularity goes way back to his days in Ketelana and later on in Mohambry Heights, and his high school popularity in Gandhi and also at Springfield Training College, at Donbridge School in Chatsworth, Clay Haven in Phoenix, and then Brandmore was a class school. He was also a very valuable member, an active member of the Berlin Child Welfare Society. And he belonged to numerous sporting bodies also, and social clubs in Berlin. And more recently, the Amslaga Bowling Club. And I must emphasize here how committed he was to all of these groups. He was indeed a very busy soul. On occasions, I would have to make an appointment somewhere in the future for Mohambry, to meet Mohambry and Krishni for a family get-together. I am J. Naiker, Krishni's late sister Dolly's husband, and I spent the last few weeks with Krishni when Mohambry first took ill and then to have the operation on his shoulder. And on Saturday last week, about this time, I went to take Krishni to the hospital, and we were preparing to visit him at the Amsterdam hospital, because visiting time was between 3 and 4, and while we were waiting to get going, they called from the hospital to inform us his passing. So we were totally unprepared for this, and immediately got hold of Ramba's son, Farhan, and his wife, Nurunisha, and all of us went to the hospital and went to do all the necessary stuff that goes on when somebody passes on at hospital. And from that moment on, we had to follow a shell-shocked chain of events that led us here today. I first heard of Mohambry, we were not related. I first heard of him in 1962. My elder sister had a son at Gandhi High School, and she attended the school's inter-house sports meeting. And she came home writing about his two Naiker boys. What brilliant boys these were, M.T. Naiker and P.G. Naiker, winning every event that they took part in, and they performed outstandingly on the day. And of course, that was Gandhi's side. That's where Karamchand, Dinaman, and Kurban Naidu came from. And these guys charted the way forward for future athletes. And I'm so pleased to see Karamchand attend here today. He'll be on my left. I met Moga for the first time as a buddy, a friend, in 1966, which was our first year at Springfield Training College, and also where we met the Chendia girls, who lived right opposite the college. And it was sheer coincidence that both of us were Naikers, and we spelled Naiker without the C as well. We married in 1969 and 1970, and of course got to know all the Chendia family. All the Chendia children, Krishni, Eddie, Dolly, and Rama were all teachers, and all of them married teachers. Our three couples in Durban welcomed Ruven, Shamini, and Rhoda into the lives within a year. About 27 years ago, all of us retired here in South Africa. Eddie continued the profession in the USA, and Rama continued to teach in Saudi Arabia. Amin, Krishni, and Dolly retired as principals. Moga and I retired as deputies, and Rama and Eddie taught for a while longer. Moga and Krishni joined the Fellowship of Retired Teachers, known as FORT, and from that time on, I recall that he served a term as the chairman of FORT, and Krishni served as secretary. He was very efficient and committed to any post that he held. And many of you are aware of his capabilities. The cancer affliction was something that hit this family very suddenly and cruelly. Rama passed away in 2020, and then my wife Dolly passed on in 2022, and now Moga in 2024, just 2 weeks before his 80th birthday. It teaches us not to take anything for granted, and that nothing is permanent in this world. And also that we need to go on just interacting and loving all people around us. Life changes so suddenly, and like I said, cruelly, we must learn to accept this, and when it does hit us. Because I was thinking at the time, this happens to other people, it doesn't happen to you. It happens to all of us. As a family, Krishni, Rama, Dolly, Eddie, we had numerous get-togethers, birthdays, Diwali, Eids, Christmases, picnics, road trips around the country, and family holidays. And then, much later, our two sons, Moga's son and my son, married two first cousins. Two Naiker boys married the two Muslim girls. And then we were so close to each other. People thought, these guys, are they brothers? And then to further the commonality, we bought two identical cars in 1989. So much so that a number of people asked me if I was Dennis Naiker's son. In fact, when Moga's father was to receive the Nadaraja Award at the Durban City Hall years ago from the late T.P. Naidu, he booked a table for his wife and 4 sons. That was including Dolly and myself. I took great pride in meeting, like his Mila, Auntie Mila, and Dennis' son. But I could go on talking about our relationships. But I think that's enough of my relationship with Moga. There are lots of you present here who have enjoyed unique relationships with him. And sadly, we would not be able to hear all of you. But we will hear from some. And I would like to call upon Neela Singh, who's been at the helm of Fort for a number of years, and she will enlighten you further on the kind of accomplishments that Moga has made as a retirement. Thank you.
Members of the bereaved family and friends, we are gathered here to pay tribute to a wonderful man who has left an indelible mark not only on the family, but to relatives, and most of all, his second family, Fort, which is the Fellowship of Retired Teachers. When the early retirement package was offered by the Department of Education, Moga took advantage of this and decided to join the retirees. Thereafter, he joined Fort. Moga was a member of Fort, which meets once a month, to share news and keep in touch with a network of friends. He was a very compassionate and extremely kind person who always welcomed his friends with a warm greeting of, "Hey there." He expressed his concern about others who were ill, trying to reach out to them in his own comforting way. A man of stature and a true gentleman. He was no doubt a good role model to his son, who has grown to be a responsible and caring young man. Moga's life was enriched by his family and friends who became close to him. His commitment to Fort was always very strong. As an excellent tour leader, members of Fort benefited greatly from his plans for all the trips he organized. And as president of Fort, all meetings were held once a month and programs were well planned. He was without a doubt an excellent organizer. Many tours, both local and overseas, were well planned by Moga, who made sure that these were well worth the sacrifice made by the members who willingly decided to join the group. The trips included Bali, Egypt, Greece, Spain, Malaysia, and Guantanamo. As president of Fort at one time, he realized the need for some who could not travel far and wide. So local holidays were chosen to accommodate those who enjoyed day trips. As a long-standing member, he was respected by the members of Fort. To Krishna we say that your loss is our loss too. Go well, dear friend. And thanks to his family for allowing Moga to share valuable time with us. He will be sorry with us. Farewell, dear friend. Thank you.
Hey there, Nina. Thank you. Our next speaker is Ian Moore, who was Moga's buddy and very good friend in Amsterdam Bowling Club. I will call upon Ian to remember the short speech. Thank you.
Good afternoon to you all. I am Ian Moore. I consider myself a close friend of Morgan. It's hard to accept Morgan's untimely passing. We have our old bodies, if they could stand up and quickly discuss here. From the left, Bob, Chris, Daryl and Roy. Thank you very much for attending. We the members representing the Bowling Club today wish to pay a tribute to a very wise, loyal member of our fraternity, true friend to all. I want to start with a message from our chairman, Mr. John Truebody. So I'm going to read his message to you for a short. On behalf of the Mohambry Bowling Club, our sincere condolences go out to the Naiker family for the loss of a great man. My apologies for not being able to join you today, but I had to undergo a medical procedure yesterday which left me immobile for the next week or so. It's hard to imagine that Morgan would have been an octogenarian in 2 weeks' time, given the fact he was so young at heart. Morgan served the Mohambry Bowling Club annually and in his services to the club committee in organising many club competitions. True gentleman on and off the green, and an even more fierce competitor on the green. He was a great bowler. Above all, Morgan was a giver. And that attribute is and will be remembered as his greatest gift of all. We celebrate his life and we will miss him dearly. In tribute to his legacy, the club will be mounting a commemorative plaque on one of our benches at the club, and in doing so remind us all there's no greater love than that of giving. Theodore Roosevelt once said, and I quote, "Do what you can with what you've got for those around you," unquote. Rest in peace, brother. I was honoured to have shared my part of life with you, and the club is blessed to have learned from you. Your tab will always be in. John Truebody. Thank you, John. In my personal capacity, I would like the men here with me have known Morgan for many years. We were well known at many clubs in the area. He immediately got involved in the efficient running of our club. He was well known, well respected, and his advice made him a mentor to all, often called on to sort out disputes in the club. A man of his word. Trusted to run tournaments, serve on the committee, and even managed to win many competitions in his spare time. Yes, we kept him very busy. Morgan, we will miss you so much. It was evident in your absence due to your illness. We'll never forget you. You've taught us well. It's time for you to rest now. Job well done. Thank you.
We also have one note that was handed to me just now from the Boston Retired Billiards and Snooker Association, and they want to extend their most sincere condolences to the Naiker family. Morgan was a registered Natal player, and for many years playing out of Team Kenyans and winning trophies along the way. We all have very fond memories of a perfect gentleman. You know how many times that has been true sportsman and a very close friend. May the Atman attain moksha and it ends off with Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. At this point, I would like to call upon Satya Rampal, Moga's first cousin, very close buddies also. Satya.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have gathered here today to pay our respects to the departed soul of my cousin, Mohambry Naiker. The suddenness of his death is a devastating blow and a great tragedy to his devoted wife Krishna, son Ruben, daughter-in-law Devoshni, and Vivari, and Sabah, his grandchildren. Today I can proudly salute an association with my cousin that spanned approximately 55 years ago. As youths, Moga and I rotated our school holidays at each other's house, be it Durban or Johannesburg. The late Moga was an outstanding athlete, soccer player, and cricketer at Canada side. After completing my matric, I stayed with his family for 3 years, and also graduated as an educator. During my stay at their family home in Mohambry Heights, Moga and Krishna regularly took his siblings, Kenny and myself, to the beach during the weekends. Mom was an excellent singer and a guitarist when we had parties. During our interaction, we laughed at the quirky challenges that life presented us. In the present day and age, it is extremely difficult to find a sincere, committed, and loving friend and cousin who will do things unconditionally without reward and egoism. The circumstances under which he passed on were tragic and traumatic. And as a result, we have lost a rare gem who fostered love with whomever he met. What a humongous and immeasurable loss. It is with deep pain that we share the loss of the late Mohambry Naiker, the eldest son of Dennis and Neela Naiker. His father, as mentioned earlier, was a prominent and religious leader in Berlin. Moga departed the world unexpectedly, having been admitted to hospital 3 weeks ago. His selfless work and contribution to his community will never go unnoticed, and his legacy will continue to inspire generations to come. His legacy and love he shared with those around him will never be forgotten. Moga's vibrant personality and his love for entertaining and playing sport made him an organizer of many gatherings and parties. His absence has created a huge void across multiple dimensions. Many years ago, he played an active role in childbirth in Berlin, and as mentioned earlier, he was a member of FORT and a talented player at the Schlanger Bowling Club. It was only when I retired that Moga gave me a set of balls to play. I joined the Heroes Bowling Club in Johannesburg, and in the subsequent years that followed, we regularly played in the bowls triangular tournament among the Verbal Bowling Club, Chapter Bowling Club, and Heroes Bowling Club of Johannesburg. Later, Moga joined the Schlanger Bowling Club, and we were happy to play in the triangular tournament organized by Moga. And sadly but true, Amsterdam Bowling Club around the continent. He will surely be missed by members of Amsterdam Bowling Club. 25 years ago, while present at the funeral of an uncle, the cousin suggested that we should form a cousins club and chose Moga and I as organizers of this club. The late Moga and myself coordinated and organized a cousins reunion every year, and is well attended by cousins and their spouses from Gauteng, Durban, Potchefstroom, and Pietermaritzburg. Unfortunately, the cousins reunion was disrupted as a result of COVID and the demise of fellow cousins who regularly attended. Being a senior member amongst cousins, he captivated everyone with his jovial smile, humbleness, helpfulness, respect and hospitality, and was always held in high esteem by everyone. He, together with Clifford and Bowie, when it came to the cousins' function, they were the live wires and kept things moving. On behalf of my cousins, I would like to extend our sincere condolences to the bereaved family. I would like to assure you that we are with you in this hour of grief. We pray that God gives you and the family the strength and fortitude to overcome this immeasurable loss. Krishna, please take refuge in the lovely memories he has left behind. And well, realize at the end of the day, your father was always devoted to you. He was your mentor and your confidant. And before I actually conclude, I'd like to actually read up some of the tributes from member cousins who actually relocated. This is from Moga's cousin Selvig from Brisbane in Australia. My heartfelt condolences to Krishna and the family. Moga was a very special cousin. We have fond memories of the time Moga and Krishna visited us in Brisbane. We are saddened by the terrible news. May his soul rest in peace. Then farewell to cousin Moga on behalf of my siblings and myself, Lori Place, children from Joburg, Carmody, Vinay and Mags. We would like to extend our heartfelt condolences to Krishna and the rest of the family on the loss of Moga. The memory of Moga is undoubtedly that of a true gentleman and a most amiable and pleasant guy. I was fortunate to have spent some of the cousins get-together with him at Wagensdorp and South Rome years ago. May his soul rest in peace and strength to all the family for this sad loss. That's from Vinay and Max in Carmody. And then Surya and I were devastated to hear about Moga's passing. I will always enjoy my conversation with him on a variety of topics. I regret that we never got to play a few games of Tani as we always promised each other. Rest in peace, dear Uncle Moga. Our message is from Vijay, Yogi's son. Sorry, one more message from Ruben, Yogi's son from London. Heartfelt condolences to Krishna and the family. Moga was a wonderful, warm host whenever Teresa and Ruben were flocked in for a visit. May his soul rest in peace. Thank you so much.
We have limited time and more than that, but to go on with the last speaker, most important speaker, then Moga's son.
Good afternoon, family, friends, ladies and gentlemen. I was wondering whether I needed to introduce myself. Being the only child, I would have assumed that Dad would mention me at some stage, and then realized that that might not necessarily be the case. As most of Dad's friends from Ford or Bowles or Redmond would know, his grandchildren were his pride and joy. I'm sure that at every opportunity he would have showed you some photographs or given you an update of what they were up to in Sydney. Not necessarily what I was doing. So for the record, I'm Luven, I'm Niwari and Sawal's dad. You can put a face to a name. When I decided to speak today, I thought about how we would farewell Dad. Are we here to celebrate, commemorate, or reminisce about Dad's life? And then I read Dad's funeral notice, and the word honor stood out. So we are here to honor Dad's life, to honor his commitment to his family, to the organizations that he was involved in, and to the large circle of friends. We've already heard from Neela Singh of Fort and Ian Moy from the National Holding Club about Dad's commitment to their respective organizations. Uncle Satya spoke eloquently about Dad's commitment to the family, and Uncle Jay has regaled us about Dad's upbringing in early years. My role today is to honor the man who shaped my life, and allowed me the freedom to make any choices whether they agree with it or not. As mentioned earlier, Dad will turn 80 in a week's time. Naturally, we are saddened by the sudden passing, but he lived a full life. Mom and Dad celebrated their 54th wedding anniversary in March this year. I can see by looking at some of your faces, you're wondering, he looks too young to be in his 50s. To you, I say thank you. Dad had a fulfilling 30-year teaching career and retired in 1997 at the ripe old age of 53. Now, for those of you that think I misspoke, you heard me correctly, I said 53. So, retiring that early allowed Dad the opportunity to become more involved in community work. And after his retirement, he continued his involvement with the entire primary school sports boards. Some members are here today as well. And then joined the Veteran Child Welfare Society, whose members are here as well. This led to his involvement in later years with Fort and then the Amsterdam Bowling Club. Dad was an avid sportsman, both watching and playing. When we moved to Verulam in 1978, Dad, together with my uncle Amin Isaacs, restarted Verulam cricket and started the Riyadh Cricket Club. As a 6-year-old, I would accompany them to all their games, not necessarily to watch them play, but more importantly, to have the tin fish sandwiches at lunch. As I got older and started to play cricket, they would allow me to fill in as a fielder. It was an absolute joy to play with them. I eventually joined the team after Dad deemed it was appropriate that I made the right level to play with them. This was the start of the father-son bonding. Although back in the 80s, we didn't call it that. It was all about spending time together, enjoying the day out, and hopefully winning the game. Mom would pack our lunches and get us off to the game. But Mom didn't see the wisdom of sitting out in the summer sun for 8 hours watching men chase a little red ball. Who could blame her? After I left the Cricket Club and started playing at higher levels, Dad would still come and watch me play. And would spend 2 days with me. Dad even earned the Support of the Club award from the Crimson Cricket Club for his dedicated support. As a 16-year-old, I didn't appreciate the commitment that Dad had to my well-being. Now, as an adult, playing on the same team as my son, and watching him develop into a fine young man, only reinforces what my dad did for me all those years ago. Dad was straightforward, forthright, and told you exactly what you were thinking. He told you exactly what he was thinking, whether you liked it or not. This endeared him to his friends and family, as you always knew way he stood. That straightforwardness held no bounds. No one was safe. I had a medical episode about a month ago, and when I called Dad, who at that stage was unwell, and recently lost his aunt, or last remaining aunt from his family, to explain the circumstances of what happened. His first words to me were, "You need to lose some weight." It seems harsh. In Dad's defense, he assumed that I was fielding in the hot summer sun, which caused the episode. I didn't have the heart to tell him that I was actually batting that day, and I spent most of the afternoon sitting around and having tea. With just a short appearance at the crease, which was cut short by a very dubious LBW decision. When my specialist gave me the all clear last week, I called Dad to give him the update. I was going to tell him that everything was okay, and he didn't need to worry. He was already in hospital at the time and couldn't speak much, but he knew. What I didn't tell him then, and I should have told him, but I need to tell him now, it wasn't the weight. That's what my doctor said, so that's what we're going to do. We were extremely fortunate that Mum and Dad visited us in Sydney for 3 months at the start of earlier this year. It gave us time to bond as a family, and more importantly for Dad to dote on his beloved grandchildren. I think we took the family bonding to the next level when we all got COVID just over Christmas. I had to isolate for 2 weeks. What some people will do to spend time with their family. Dad loved life. He loved his family. But he loved his grandchildren more. He was so proud of everything that Ivari had started. In the few days before his passing, all that Dad wanted to know was what we were doing for Ivari's 21st birthday. Unfortunately, Grandpa passed 3 days before her birthday. Dad's sudden passing was a shock to both family and friends who didn't know the full extent of what he was going through. Many might feel hurt that they didn't know, but Dad was very positive, and in his mind, he was going to recover. No one could foresee that this would happen so quickly. Uncle Jay will do a formal vote of thanks next, but I just wanted to thank everyone that helped Mum and Dad over the past few months. All the friends, all the family, we're so appreciative. Being so far away, it's at this time we feel that you're most helpless. And without everyone around, we would not have been able to survive. A special thank you to Uncle Jay and Jason for arranging everything after Dad's passing. We can't thank you enough. Although this is a somber occasion, I would like you all to think of a special moment you had with Dad. Whether it was a spirited discussion on the bowling green about how or which shot to draw, or a naughty laugh at the special table at the fourth meeting at David Landau, or sharing a politically incorrect joke with his friends over Friday evening drinks. These are the memories to be savored. Whether you knew Dad as Morga, Morgs, MG or Kaz, I hope that he has left a lasting impression on all of you. Thank you for honoring Dad today with your presence, both in person and online. Thank you.
Finally, we barely have about 15 minutes before we do the final rites. And as Vivek said, place of record, thanks to Mohambry Ganas Naiker, the first person on my list because he was always there for Morga. While Morga was incapacitated, he was in hospital, he wasn't able to do things for himself. Anu would come over and attend to all the repairs, plumbing, electrical, whatever that needed to be done. Thank you, Manu. And when Morga passed away, the hospital contacted Manu first, and we met him there. He was Morga's right-hand man. The next person who's placed our record of his efforts, helping and assisting, is Farhan Isaacs, Morga's nephew, Ramba's son, who was always there together with Zahir, his elder son, and his wife, Lucia. We also want to place a record our thanks to Morga's close friend, confidant, Jay Ramsundar, who was always there and never hesitated to lend a helping hand. His other very good old friend in Vietnam was Dr. Rajen Jagat, who offered all kinds of help, tips, and expertise in medical field. We also want to thank Satya's sister Veena, who came over from Johannesburg and kept Krishni company the last week, and without her help, I don't know what we would have done, because we were running Muslim company for Krishni. We'd like to also thank the Director of Islamic Funeral Services, Kumar Kovden, who was of great help to us from the time we heard of Morga's passing. He took over the helm and followed up on all the arrangements for the funeral. And finally, I want to thank Guru Tamo Dalai for his rendition of the family prayer rites. I call upon Guru Tamo to conclude with the final prayer.
Could we have the immediate family coming out of the casket and also the roses? Thank you.
Thank you.